Sweet. So now we're live. Welcome to episode 1 of the PSP, the Panther Soccer Podcast.
Hey, love that consistency between our organization name and this name.
Yeah, exactly. We got two quality names using two of the same letters. Yeah, two sets of letters. Let's go with that. All right. So since it's the first episode, I guess we should probably start with introductions. So do you want me to start
Yeah, you
or
could start.
what? Shoot, never mind. Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, so my name is Brady. I am the vice president of the Panther Soccer Prowlers. Uh, I go to UNI, obviously. I don't know where else I would go. Oh no. Um, and then what else should we say? Oh, I'm a physical education major, so I feel like I interact with the players all the time because they're in the same building as me for classes. So great success, I guess. I don't know.
Oh man.
We're off to a great start. And all right, Spencer, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Spencer O'Reilly. I am the current president of the Panther Soccer Prowlers, um, co-founder here with Brady. Um, I also go to UNI. I'm a music education major, so I do not see the players when they're not on the field usually.
I don't know why I said that. That was weird. Oh well. Who's your favorite player?
My current favorite player is our number 6, Caroline Hazen. She's a hustler, good ball skills. That's exactly what I like to see.
She's such a good midfielder, or not midfielder. She's such a good forward and defender, and midfielder. She plays everything but goalkeeper, and it's great. Like,
It
I don't know.
is.
She dominates the field.
Yeah.
Like, whenever she's on the field, her presence is known.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like when other teams are scouting her, it's one of those things where it's like, oh crap, she's coming onto the field again. Ugh. Like, I guarantee you, like, other teams scout her specifically.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, before we forget, we should probably make a huge announcement for the world to know. Uh, some huge news for the Panther Soccer Prowlers. Spencer and I are no longer alone in the admin board because it's only been us two since November, right? Since November.
Yeah.
Usually we have three or four, but we've been running it by ourselves, I guess, since October, really. But yeah. Anyways, so as of right now, we're adding two confirmed admins for the start of this season. You want to tell them a little drum roll?
Yeah. So our first admin coming onto the team is Kian Thompson. And our second admin coming is Ryan Doty.
Two absolute studs.
Yes.
Do you want to tell some stuff about Kian, and then I can talk about Ryan because you know Kian a little bit better and explain why we chose Kian.
Yeah. So Kian will be a sophomore this coming year. Um, he went to a lot of the soccer games in the fall and was interested in a leadership role, which is why we chose him. He also plays on our men's club team here at UNI, so he knows the sport. He likes being in the student section, and we think he's going to be a good fit to continue to lead after we're gone.
Keyword continue to lead after we're gone because we have one the last dance as we're gonna call it
Hmm.
this coming season for us. And then our other admin, Ryan Doty, I met him pretty early on in the school year last year. And he's just a very fun and energetic person. He is brother-in-law with ex UNI player Sophia Doty. So when his older brother got married, yeah. So that's how he's related to the team, I guess you could say. Sophia Doty, right?
Yeah, you said ex-player instead of former player. I don't
Former
know.
player. Yeah, that
It's a
makes
little
it
weird.
that makes it sound like she transferred or something. R.I.P. Siri Ott.
Yeah,
Oh, and Lauren Sanders. Shoot, don't want to forget anyone from this past season that transferred, but
yeah,
R.I.P. They're not dead. They just left UNI.
yeah.
No, but anyways, so he just has a very fun atmosphere to be around, especially at the soccer games. He's very loud and enthusiastic about the team, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to having Ryan on. Yeah, we haven't really determined positions for them. We just know, hey, you're on board. After we leave, please continue it. You guys can fight for president, vice president, all that bull crap later on. Just continue it when we're gone.
Yeah.
And then let my brother, Caden Miller, be vice president or president once they're gone. Yeah, because he'll be a freshman, not this coming fall, but the fall of 2024. So yeah, I got roots coming in. I got
We have a 5-year plan, everyone.
yes, we have a 5-year plan after we're gone. After Caden, I have no clue. Hopefully he finds people, but we have yeah. But anyways, so I guess something that I've been wanting to talk about, because I feel like we didn't really dig deep on how the Panther Soccer Prowlers got started, especially in the fall of that 21 season when we first started going. We didn't really talk about like the importance of certain things in the documentary. So you want to like tell your side of the story on how it came up that hey, we should check out this UNI women's soccer game against the Turbo.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, it was pretty early in the year, um, probably even one of the August games, and we saw some advertising around campus, and Brady and I were in marching band together, and so we were hanging out with some of our band people, if I remember right, and we
Yep.
saw one of these flyers, and it's like, oh, this event, first 50 to show up to the soccer game, get free scarves, and first off, I was like, we have a soccer team. Coming into the fall of 2020, I think their season was delayed till spring. It was the COVID year and everything was kind of messed up. So I didn't know we even had a soccer team. Second of all, I was already had played, refed, and generally speaking, a soccer fan for most of my life. It's like, oh, free scarf. That's pretty cool. This is the scarf from this year. I'm not modeling the one we got. um, so we went to that game and it was versus with Turbo. And we ended up there were probably 30, 40 people or so. Um, and we had a blast. The team put on a good show and put in like 6 or 7 goals. And so we were like, okay, same time next week. And so we came back. There were a little less of us, but still a good crowd, and we just kept on coming back.
Yeah, that's yeah, pretty much sums it up. The only thing I have to add is I don't want to take credit for it being my idea, but I remember I was talking to a friend who's going to remain nameless because I don't want to give her any of the credit since she doesn't really go to the games anymore. Not trying to throw shade, even though I am. Anyways, yeah, like I remember she's like, "Oh, Brady, you're a soccer fan, right? Like you should come to the game with me." I'm like, oh, if I'm coming to the game, I'm bringing band friends. We're gonna get the student section out of this. And she's like, all right, bet. Like that's gonna be so much fun. And when I brought it up, no one agreed. Like no one wanted to come with. And then when we saw the advertisement for the 50 scarves, then we're like, oh, we all gotta go now. Like the free scarves. But no, yeah, that had a major importance. And hopefully we get new scarves this coming fall because I'd love to have a third scarf.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Even though
Oh,
I think I have 3 scarves because I think I accidentally have 2 of the new one. But
oh.
whoops, sorry, Ashley, I didn't give out your third scarf, or she gave me 5.
It's Cheetos. It's Cheetos.
Right? Yes, it's Cheetos because yep. I now live with Cheeto because Cheeto officially lives at the Panther Soccer Prowler headquarters. If you couldn't tell by the banner above my head, yeah. So, uh, yeah, wherever the banner goes, that's where the headquarters is at. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Made unofficial. Yeah, no, but and then like I remember after that first game, like we kind of looked at each other like we got to continue this. Like we got to make this a bigger deal. So we tried to like gather as many people as we could after the game. It was like, hey, we're gonna have a meeting. Like eventually, probably Wednesday night after marching band. Everyone's invited. There'll be snacks, and we're gonna create some chants, have ideas for future games. And I remember us two, Nathan Borman and Levi Temple, were gonna lead the meeting, and yeah, that's where it took off. The four original admins, as I like to see it.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, it's too bad Nathan's not going to be an admin for this coming semester, but I understand
Yeah.
why. Like he's busy.
He has a very busy schedule.
Yes, that third year as a music major, I don't understand how that works. Like it's so busy between like what level threes and all those performances and having to go to performances. I don't know. I shouldn't say anything else. My bad. My bad. Is there anything memorable about that meeting though? Like I remember like making like a bunch of signs and whatnot.
Yeah, I remember the posters. I don't I honestly don't know if we got much other accomplished, but we did come back to the next game with I think 3 or 4 posters
Yep.
that you might have. I don't know where they are. Yeah,
They
the original ones.
the original ones might be in my car. I could be wrong, but I know that the Borat poster's in my car and a few others.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I have no idea. Uh, but wherever they're at, that's a gold mine.
Yeah.
I do feel bad. And first apology of the podcast. I feel like we'll apologize to our players a lot throughout these episodes, but first ever apology. I am sorry, Morgan Barnett, because we did not give her her poster.
Yeah. Not yet. It could still be in there.
It could still be around, but I wanted to give her her poster at the end of the season, but or at the end of our time in PSP.
Hmm.
But I don't know where it's at. But granted, I don't think she would want it in the first place. So who knows? All right. So we got the first season kind of wrapped up. I'm sure future episodes will talk more about stories, but let's talk about this season and our expectations. All right. So Spencer, you sent me your projection for the starting lineup for
Did.
the soccer team. I'll have it pulled up on the video version, our only version, the video version. Oh gosh, why do I not have it saved? Oh well, your. But anyways, do you want to explain your lineup if you remember it? If not, I can help
Yeah.
refresh it.
Oh, I have it pulled up here. So we're gonna start from the back. So I'm gonna have Caitlin in net. That's pretty self-explanatory. She was our starter last year. She's gonna be a senior this year. Um, we could talk about developing some of the young talent, but to start the games, Caitlin, until she makes some dire mistake. Um, Next up, our back line. Forgive me on these positions if they're not exactly what they play, but generally speaking, back line, starting left back, I have Macy Smith. Now, I know she's been playing some forward this summer, and Caroline, my favorite player, was kind of hanging out, uh, playing left back, I think,
Yep.
at towards the end of this last season. So we could maybe switch her with Caroline in my lineup, but for the version I sent, I have Macy at left back. Next in this middle, I have Allison and Maddie. Those are pretty good locks.
Pretty
You know,
self-explanatory.
yeah,
Like Maddie
they
never got subbed off.
yeah, they have the experience, they have the knowledge. I don't see anyone taking those starting spots from them. Playing right back, I have Mackenzie Hood. I think she showed some really good promise in our spring games. And so I'm hoping that she gets a starting spot come fall. Next up to our midfield, I kind of have our true midfield and defensive mid. We have Jaylee, and I put Maddie Eastis in there at midfield as well. There are a few other options, but I think Maddie Eastis, I'm just excited to see her play again, coming off an injury in the spring. So hopefully she's fully up to 100% and able to play. So I'd like to see her start. Left wing, I have our Sydney Bursky, one of the most productive players on the team. I think she was second in both goals and assists last season. So very solid player, and will be quite frankly outraged if she's not starting in the fall.
Yep.
I'll maybe write a letter to Bruce or something.
Oh no. He'd probably
Um,
see the letter and be like, yeah, how about no? You're in the stands for a reason.
yeah. Oh man.
Love
So
Bruce.
continuing on right wing, this is what I said earlier. I have Caroline Hazen here now, my favorite player. Um, I prefer her up front because I think she's creative, she's good at connecting passes, and she's fast, which is what we need. That being said, they couldn't put her the left back where she was playing at the end of the season, move Macy up to an attacking position like she's playing this summer. Um, but I think as long as she starts as my favorite player, I'm fine. um, Next we have our two forwards. Ashley Harrington. It's pretty self-explanatory. I think again, productive player, one of our key players. I think she leads the team well. And puts some good shots on goal during the time. And finally, our star player, our forward, will be Lauren Heinch, and that also does not need much justification. She's our lead goal scorer last year. Um, Hopefully that can be the same this fall.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I just got a notification on my computer saying we have 9 minutes of recording left. I don't know what that means, but I guess that
Oh,
means we might sort of need to wrap it up, I guess, sort of. All right, well, we'll talk about my lineup later because it's pretty much the same.
yeah.
It's quite literally like all the players are the same, except I have actually might as well talk about it real quick. Except I have I'm trying to compare mine to yours now. Gosh darn it. Where did yours go? Except I have Caroline at left back instead of
Mhm.
Macy, and then I have uh our formations are kind of different, I guess. Because I have a striker and then two attacking mids on the outside, and then basically a center mid and then two defending mids.
Okay.
Um, so yeah. So same with defense, except Caroline at left back, Jaylee, Maddie, defensive mids, just like in yours. And then center mid is Sydney Bursky. And I really like Sydney Bursky as center mid because I feel like her passes are really crisp and just I don't know. Yeah. And then I really like Macy at left attacking mid or left like forward, essentially. I don't know. I don't know. I just like her more at the top. And then
Yeah.
Lauren Heinch at striker. I feel like we would get in trouble if we didn't
Yeah.
have her that way. And then Ashley Harrington, right wing, my favorite player. Well, tied for favorite player. I don't want to get in trouble with Jay Lee. um, yeah, so yeah, Ashley and Jay Lee are my two favorite players, if you guys couldn't tell. Because yeah, they bribed me. What can I say?
Oh no. You heard it
Anyways,
here. The PSP admins are corrupt.
all right. Okay, so wrap things up. We'll talk about what our expectations are for the season.
Yeah. So actually, you could lead this one since I led the lineups.
I expect us to win. I want a ring. I want us to win a ring so bad. Like, that looked like I was flipping off the camera. It was my ring finger, I promise. But like, I want a championship. Okay, I shouldn't say want. I realistically, I think we could finish top 4 in the season. We have a good chunk of returning players. The players that we're losing from seniors, like from this past season, like although they were good, I feel like they're replaceable by the players that we already have. Like that sounds bad, but like Lizzie was a great player. She's a key player. However, I feel like Jay Lee can fit her role just as well. Like I couldn't choose one or the other. Same thing with who's our other seniors? Oh, Kennedy
Kennedy.
Reichen. Shoot,
Oh,
that's a tough one to replace. But
yeah.
yeah, shot through the heart for you, Spencer. She was your
Yeah.
old favorite player before she, left us.
I know. So sad.
No, I feel like out of the seniors we had, I feel like Kennedy is going to be the hardest to replace because of her speed. But in theory, we should have one or two freshman players coming in be able to start right away. So hopefully one of them can fit that role. If not, switch things around so that I don't know. I, I mean, looking at clips, I feel not looking at clips. I don't know. I shouldn't say anything. But no, I really like our starting lineup this year. I like the players that we have returning. Caitlin's only going to get better. Like as hard as that is to believe, because Caitlin's already a stud.
Yeah.
Maybe we're biased, but I think Caitlin's I think Caitlin's easily a top 3 goalie in the conference. Maybe we're biased. I don't know, but yeah, no, I think realistically we should finish top 4 and fighting for a conference championship. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. First off, I would say anything below a 6 seed in the tournament would be bad. So 7, 8, don't even put that on the table. If we don't make the tournament, in my opinion, that is unacceptable. Um, I do agree with your sentiment. Top 4, I think is realistic. Um, you know, Obviously my expectations, could be as high as first place in the conference in the regular season. But um, if I'm being completely honest, I would rather have the postseason tournament win than the number one of the regular season. However, why not do both?
Oh man. All right. So yeah, that was our first episode. The Caitlin Richards episode. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention that part because it's episode 1. Caitlin Richards. Every episode
Ah,
we do,
yes.
I'm gonna say, oh, this is the so and so episode because it's episode number 1. It's wow. That means wow. Poor Brittany. Poor Kennedy. Well, Kennedy Butenbach were 33 at one point. So
Morgan and Beth.
what do you mean?
That's
What?
a,
Why
they're
do
in
you
like the
say
upper
poor Morgan?
20s.
No, I'm saying poor Brittany and Kennedy because we won't have it numbers
Oh,
an episode 0 for them.
yeah.
Now you're picking up what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What do you mean poor Morgan and Beth? We'll have 20. Hopefully we'll have 20 episodes. During the season, we'll probably end up having 2 episodes a week. But for
Yeah.
now, episodes every Monday. And yeah, any last words?
Hail our Panthers.
Hey, we're ever loyal.
That's right.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully in the future we'll have guest stars. Well, Caroline promised to be on it once, so thank you, Spencer.
My favorite.
All right. For now, see you guys next time. Next Monday for the episode 2 of the podcast. All right. Gonna
Peace out.